Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, we'll see if Erdogan stands down or not. That is, it seems like the United States of America gave Turkey a veiled order to stay down or stand down in Syria. That means do not attack, do not invade northwestern part of Syria. Well, we'll find out if Mr. Erdogan will say okay or say, who? You tell me? Go. Now let's see, because these are two NATO countries, two friends, they're friendly countries. Let's see if they're gonna get to an understanding. So remember, this is a veiled little statement coming from this weasel. You recognize this weasel? This weasel? His name is John Kirby, spokesperson, but I don't know if he's a or a White House. Okay, so this article comes from Reuters from December 7th, 2022. U.S. does not want to see military operations in northwest Syria. Well, too bad. I think Erdogan is like, yeah, watch me now. So the United States does not want Turkey to pursue military attacks in northwest Syria, even if it recognizes Turkey's right to defend itself. White House National Security spokesperson John Kirby said on Wednesday. Well, I wonder if they would dare to say that to the Jewish state as well. They will say, oh my God, Israel, you want to blow everybody up? Go ahead and we can help you. What's going on here? Which they do. So let's see what Turkey did. And believe me, I'm pointing that just to show hypocrisy. No, I don't have anything with those guys. They can do whatever they want over there. You know, they do anyway, without my approval or not. But I'm just saying why certain countries are, is because of the victimhood badge that some have more than others or something. Well, Turkey is a victim as well. Victim of its own actions, I guess, like we all are. So Turkey has ramped up its shelling and airstrikes on northern Syria in recent weeks and has said it is preparing for a possible ground invasion against Syrian Kurds fighters that it dubs terrorists, but who make up the bulk of the US-backed Syrian Democratic Forces, SDF. Those were the democratic forces that the United States pushed forward to overthrow Saddam's government. Sadat. And I'm going to Saddam, then I go to Sadat. I'm going to Assad. Jesus Christ. So Saddam, Sadat, Assad. Broke my tongue. Anyway, so they tried to overthrow this guy, and then Russia helped him. Assad, otherwise he would have been gone for a long time. So, but these are democratic forces. Yeah, I heard that story before. They're so democratic. Somehow in the same society you have some they're all bad and some they're all good. How is that possible? But they couldn't figure things out together, and they lived under the same leadership, the same the same area, territorial area. They interacted with one another, but somehow these guys on this territory are all bad, and somehow these guys on this territory are all just democratic, man. They're just democratic, okay? The other ones, I don't know, for whatever reason, are not. And we are supposed to believe this bullshit. Yeah, we are. Well, buddy, we don't believe it. Okay. I'm quoting Mr. Kirkby. We don't want to see military operations conducted in northwest Syria that are going to put civilians at greater risk than they already are, put in peril our troops and our personnel in Syria or our counter ISIS mission, Kirkby told reporters. Oh my God, these guys, actually, these are not, they are assholes as they are. But the problem is, they know who they're talking to. They talk to that exact segment of the population that sees nothing wrong with the US troops being in Syria, believing that the US troops in Syria really fight ISIS, that ISIS is right there and we destroyed them. Remember, 99% we destroyed them, and the Russians were over there just watching in awe how great we were. Okay, so these are the same, and then we are supposed to get the SDF, the Syrian Democratic Forces, believe that those are really the Democrats. If those take power, they will be just like Iraq, democratic, independent, and free. Jesus Christ. But yeah, but that segment of population votes, all right, and we vote too. But hey, what do you want? The Syrian Democratic Forces, which helped defeat Islamic State. I can't even read this with a straight face. Which helped defeat Islamic State jihadists in Syria, said on Friday it had stopped all joint counter-terrorism operations with the United States and other allies as a result of Turkish bombardment of its area of control. So hey, we gotta help the Kurds, because the Kurds, they're still fighting the ISIS. Did you know that before this? Let's say about 2 weeks ago. Did you know they're still fighting ISIS? I didn't. I found from these guys because the Turks started doing hanky-panky and the Americans were sucking the oil in the northeast of Syria, bringing it to Iraq and then selling it to me. Yeah, so they're fighting. They're still fighting, man, against ISIS. Such a weasel here. So, all right, so the US military has confirmed the pause in operations, so we're all doomed now. Turkey, please stop doing that, because ISIS are back in business. They're high on the stock market. The Syrian Democratic Forces has long warned that fighting off a new Turkish incursion would divert resources from protecting a prison holding ISIS fighters or ISIS sleeper cells still waging hit and run attacks in Russia, in Syria. Unbelievable. The Turkish supposedly they have over there about 11,000 or 15,000 ISIS prisoners in Syria. Americans have with these guys. Did you know that? I found out about a week ago or so. Again, from these weasels. I'm pretty sure they're following all the Geneva Convention and all that. Or they just call them, how's that, combatant, blah, 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 combatant, that they invented after September 11. Remember it? Active combatant or something that would not fall under the Geneva Convention. So we can say, you know what, we're going to give you your freedom, man. Ready? Start running. Get it? Now that's the combatant status that they have. Since they don't fall under the Geneva Convention, you can do what the fuck you want, don't you? And they did. Some of them are still at Guantanamo. And one of the guys was 70-some year old, was just released about 2 months ago. With nothing. Just let go. I think he was in Pakistan or something. Or at least he went to Pakistan. The Turkish bombardment using both long-range weapons and airstrikes has frustrated its NATO ally, Washington. The United States recognizes that Turkey has a right to defend itself, especially against terrorism, Kirkby said. But, and that but changes everything. We recognize the threat that the Turkish people are under, but, right there, we don't believe that this idea of military operations in northwest Syria is the best way to get at that threat, he said. So, I told you, it's like, hey, Emil, are you gonna clean up your room? Yes, mommy, I will. But before I do that, I'm gonna go outside and spend some time with my friends. Smack! Go and clean your room, Emil. So, you know, every time when you hear yes or yeah, I'm gonna do that, but that yes, then go and do it now. Anyway, that's the upbringing I got. And that's why I turned up so good. Anyway, man, here it is. We'll see if Erdogan is gonna be like, yes, yes. I don't know how to say yes in Turkish, but anyway, we'll see. What do you think is gonna happen? I think Turkey is gonna ramp up its mission over there. I don't think they're gonna, because if they don't, they're gonna probably ask, okay, what do we receive in return? And they will probably give the Americans a list and say, we're gonna need this buffer zone. You and the Russians, you said you're gonna have patrols over there. There's not gonna be nobody. We want that 30-kilometer strip, not strip of land that is not gonna be anything but ladies of the night and booze. So that's gonna be it. And the American says, yeah, we're gonna do it, but I don't know. And the Turk says, yeah, see, we give you until midnight today. That's not gonna happen, and the Turk is gonna start boom, 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 go in with a grass mower. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Erdogan is not gonna follow orders. Nobody's but Allah. I don't think he's I don't know, is he? I think he is.